Hello everyone, and happy fall food Friday. Thanks for stopping by my kitchen and my home. My name is Lynn Wilson. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you feel right at home. And for those that you visit with me all the time, I'm glad you came back for another visit. So today in New Jersey, it's kind of gloomy, it's rainy, it's one of those days, but we're going to change that up and we're going to make some chicken and dumplings. I think we need some comfort food today. It's still muggy and hot outside, but we're going to pretend it's fall and it's crisp, and this chicken and dumplings would just be the perfect fit. Have you had a long week, a stressful week, a tiring week? I definitely have. My husband, as many of you know from listening to my channel, has epilepsy, and it's been a rough week with him, and he's just rattled my cage. And so tonight I think I need some comfort food. I need something quick and easy that I can pull together, and I'm just using leftovers. So if you have chicken, boneless chicken in your freezer, and you want to use that, you would just cut those pieces up, and you could just put it on saute mode with a little olive oil or vegetable oil and saute your chicken and brown up and cook your chicken first. Then you can go from there. If you have, like I do, a pre-cooked chicken, this you can get for $4.99, which is a great deal. We've made one meal out of it. We've made chicken sandwiches out of it. I'm now making another meal. The third meal, we're making chicken and dumplings. And then I think this, I'm just going to make some chicken soup out of and homemade broth. So that'll probably be the last thing. I could probably get another meal out of that, like maybe chicken croquettes and then the chicken soup. So for $4.99, I got 5 meals out of it. That's a pretty good deal. But back to our chicken and dumplings. So I've taken some of the chicken from that and I've chopped it up. You would then want to use 4 cups of chicken broth. I am using the container. You can use powdered chicken broth with water, bouillon with water, however you want to do your chicken broth. I like the convenience of this. This is why I use it. We're using a package of mixed vegetables. Mixed vegetables to me usually means the carrots, the green beans, and the corn. I don't have it, so we're using what we have. This is a California mix, vegetable mix, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. So a lot of times when you get like a chicken pot pie, you would find these in it. So we're going to do this, and this will be just fine. We get our vegetables. We need a can of biscuits. This is what I'm using, but if you don't have a can of biscuits, you can also make dumplings from a baking mix like a Bisquick or a Jiffy. You can do the same concept as I'm going to do with the can. We're going to use some chicken gravy at the end to thicken it up. We're using a little garlic, a little chopped onion. Now you can use fresh onion that you could have put in here with your chicken as you sauteed it. You could have done the same thing with fresh garlic. I'm using what I have. I'm using what's convenient for me, what's less stress for me. This will be a stress-free meal for me, but I wanted to show you that you don't always need fresh everything. You can use what's in your house. You probably have dried onions. You might have some garlic in a jar, or even garlic powder. It doesn't have to be this. So I'm going to bring you over. I'm going to put my chicken in the Instant Pot, and I'm going to bring you on top of the Instant Pot so you can just see we're basically dumping, cooking, and then eating. Does that sound good to you? Okay, let me just put in my chicken and then I'll bring you over to the Instant Pot. I have the chicken in there. I'm going to just add, maybe a teaspoon of garlic, sprinkle that around. I'm not adding salt and pepper at this point because the bouillon does have salt in it and pepper. I'll just add that to taste at the very end. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of onion, probably like half a teaspoon of that. I'm going to dump in my vegetables. All right, and then we're going to put in our chicken broth. Let me open this up. So we're just going to pour that right on top. All right, so we have that going. Every last bit out of there. Okay, good. Let me just get something to stir this up with a little bit. All right, you can stir that around. So in here is our chicken, our garlic, and our onions, and our vegetables, and now our broth. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our can of biscuits, if I can find the end, and we're going to cut this up. All right, we've popped that open. Graham, can you see me with the biscuits here? So they can see how we're going to do that? Okay. So, basically, and there's no perfect anything for this, you're just going to cut your biscuits up into little chunks, like so. That's it, okay? It does not have to be a perfect size. If you're a perfectionist and you want it perfect, you go right ahead. Mine is a stress-free, I can't even talk, a stress-free dinner, so I'm not stressing. And then you're just going to be popping that in. And what you want to do on this is you want to be able to sprinkle them around. All right? You don't want them... I like mine clumped together. I like that. I kind of like a double dumpling. But when you initially put them in there, just try and spread them out a little bit and sprinkle them around. So let me just finish cutting up the rest of these biscuits. And then we'll be all set to go. I'm so glad so many of you are popping over. I have a lot of you that are learning how to cook, and I've had a number of people email me on some helps and some tips, and I need to tell you, I am not a professional cook. I did not know how to boil water or fry an egg when I got married for the most part. And I kind of learned by burning food and all that good stuff, but I'm not a professional. I'm not one of these people that have the perfect meal every time. I just make what my family likes, what's easy, what's convenient, what's simple, what's budget friendly. Sometimes things are fantastic, and other times it's like, well, that was dinner. That's about all we can call it, and that's okay too. But I am more than happy to share anything that I do, because to some of you, it's a huge help. To other people, you might be saying, you know what, her meals are too simple. Well, that's my life. I need practical things for busy people. So that's what we're doing tonight. I'm busy. I just came home from work. And, these are the kind of things I need to do. So we're going to throw our dumplings in here. And we're going to just stir this up a little bit to get the dumplings kind of wet by the broth and get them kind of spread out through this. Can you see that really good? How's that looking? Pretty good. So now we're going to put this back on to our Instant Pot. All right, we've got it here. I'm going to put the lid on. And we're going to set this on manual. I got to turn it on. We're going to do manual. And we're going to put this up to 7 minutes. We're going to bring that up to pressure. Let that cook. Do a quick release. And then I'll bring it back and let you see what it looks like. Okay, we're going to open the Instant Pot. Of course, we want to open it away from us. You can see that steam. And let's see. Oh, baby, look at this. Look at the dumplings. See this? Look. Oh, my goodness. It's so good looking. Woo! It looks delicious. Absolutely, positively delicious. Now, in that, you can see the thickness of it. All right? So I think that actually looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? I don't know that I actually need to add the gravy. I think that's good by itself. Now, you could add something like this with chicken gravy, or you could put some heavy cream in it, but I think it's good just the way it is. It really looks nice and thick. I think it's done a great job. So how about if I move this back a little bit, and let's serve this up. All right. My husband is just, I should say patiently waiting, but I think at this point it might be impatiently waiting. So let me just get some in here for him. You've got the chicken, you've got your dumplings. Oh my goodness. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, here we go. So check this goodness out. Can you see that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at the dumplings. Oh my goodness. Is that not comfort food? Is that not absolutely delicious comfort food? So now Don't forget the Be Kind Challenge. So many of you have joined. I'm so excited. Let me tell you something that I did. I was at ShopRite with my mom. I was sitting in the van, and then my mom came out, and I was helping her load her bags, and I heard crash. You know that sound? And I looked, and there was a woman off to the side, and she was standing by her cart, and she had balloons tied to the cart. It looks like maybe she was going to a birthday party. Well, she must have had a candle in her cart, and it slipped out. Well, now it's all over the parking lot. Glass pieces. She's in a beautiful dress. So I helped my mom load up, and then I quickly grabbed a dustpan and broom. My husband always carries one in the car. He always says, you know, you buy flowers at the flower shop and then you get mud and dirt in the car, or the kids get in there with sand on their shoes, and he's always sweeping out the car. You drop French fries on the floor, you know, you've been there, and you can sweep it out. So we always have a dustpan and broom in the back of our car. And she's picking up these pieces of glass, and a man jumped out and he gave her a paper bag to put the pieces in. So I said to my mom, hop in the van. I'm going to help this lady out. So I went over there and I got my dustpan and broom, and I said, I have a dustpan and broom. Let me sweep up that glass for you. She says, oh, I feel so bad. She said, let me. I said, no. She was in a skirt and a pretty dress. I was in a pair of jeans. I could do this a whole lot easier. So I bent down on the black pavement, you know, in the parking lot. I swept up as much glass as we could possibly find, put it in the bag. She was so worried somebody in flip-flops would walk there, or a car with their tires would, you know, get a piece of glass in there. And when we got all done, she just said to me, thank you for being so kind. And I was like, I wanted to tell her we were learning how to be kind, but I just said to her, I'm just glad I was here to help. You have a great day. She wished me a great day. What did that cost me? 5 minutes of my time to kneel down and help her sweep that up. An act of kindness goes a long way. I have no idea where she was headed, what she just came from, and maybe that little bit of act of kindness just put a smile on her face. I know it encouraged me. Like, I just felt good that I helped a fellow human being. So if you are on that challenge with me and you are doing acts of kindness, leave a comment below as to what you've done. Many of you have told me some great things that you have been doing, and go back in the comments and read that. It's really exciting. So here we go. What do you think? Fall food, comfort food on our Fall Food Friday. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to look in the description below. I will link the video for the Be Kind Challenge for the month of September. I will also link the Moss family below, because she is the one that set up the collaboration for the Fall Food Friday, and on her playlist you'll see myself, herself, and many other great YouTubers that are doing the Fall Food Friday. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you're having a great day.